trespass occasionally. Only when the trespassing rules don't really make sense, don't apply, or in the middle of nowhere. So trespass occasionally. Very seldom trespass, and don't break anything to do it. Don't cut locks, but you can jump a fence. Today we are going to talk about tips for a road trip, or for living in a van, or an RV, or living in your car, living on the road. These are tips for living on the road. And conveniently, I'm at a great tip. Walmart parking lots. Most Walmarts, I've heard some don't let you do it, but I haven't seen one that doesn't let you do it. Most Walmarts let you sleep in the parking lot. So pretty much every night in a Walmart parking lot, pretty much all over the place. Like I'm in the middle of nowhere right now. Didn't think anyone would be here. And there's a bunch of RVs. So it looks like kind of a campsite every night in every Walmart I've ever been at. There's lights that you kind of have to avoid, but if you maybe feel unsafe on the road, this will help because you feel pretty safe here. It's pretty well lit, and oftentimes police will cruise by, but they don't mess with you because they know that you're allowed to sleep at Walmarts. So if all else fails, sleep at a Walmart. It's great. I never thought I'd say this, but thank you, Walmart. I've done a pretty good job of avoiding storms, and I planned on being up in the Northwest, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, etc. I'm about to head further south. Finally, I'm getting hit by a storm. I've been really good. I've only gotten drizzled on when I was in a town, and now it seems like a storm's coming, and these winds are super intense, and it's starting to rain, but it's not cold enough to snow, which is nice. I'm going to Vail, Colorado because it's a good amount of driving for the day, and also because I have to get sweatpants and some winter gear for something I'm going to do. There are gas stations on byways, so don't be afraid to go out of the way a little bit. There are cities, towns, gas stations. There's everything you need. Don't be scared. I just hit a bird just a couple minutes ago. It just flew right in front. I hit dead center in the van. It's definitely no longer with us, and I felt it, man. It just, it's so sad. But life is harsh, especially if you're a bird flying around roads. But I gotta go investigate. Hopefully I don't have a dead bird on my bumper. That's the first death that bumper has claimed. I mean, there are millions of bugs, but big death. That's good. I did not want to have to deal with the bird. I'm sorry, bird. I feel it. Eesh. Nothing I can do about it, but ouch. Sure glad I didn't have to clean something up like that. You have to take the byway. I mean, sometimes the highway's good. If you have somewhere you have to get to, obviously you gotta go the fast way. It's kind of like a time warp when you get on a highway. Take the long way around. Look at a map. Look at those alternate little roads. It brings you to stuff like this. You got an abandoned train and a river. It's the best way to do it, and don't be scared. There are gas stations on the byway. I thought you have to have a full tank before you get on the byway, before you get on the alternate route. Not true. There's plenty of towns, there's plenty of gas stations. It's perfectly safe, and you get to actually see stuff. You really feel like you're on a road trip when you're on a 2-lane road, middle of nowhere. You come over a hill and you just see wide open with the mountains in the background. Oh, that's what you're looking for. So take the byway. The road less traveled brings you to the unexpected. It's to the stuff that you wanted to see your whole damn life. take the byways. Look at a map, find the route, and take it. It'll take longer, but it'll be far better. Take the byways. We're going over. Take the byway. Trust me. Take the byway. Jesus. If you're going to take the byway, I recommend not wearing leather-soled shoes. They're quite slippery. We have kind of a ways to go to get to Vail, but I have to be there before like 6:20, so I should be just fine. It's 3:15. I think it's only like 2 hours away, so I should be all right. We should be able to cover a couple more little tips on how to road trip better. Brought to you by Ryan. If you buy ridiculously overbuilt snow chains, secure them somewhere because they will slide around. These weigh like 50 pounds each bag, and I need 4 for 4-wheel drive, because if you don't have all 4 chains on, you could break your whole darn car, which I didn't know, and it costs a lot more money that way, and well, now I'm just complaining. And set some time aside for side adventures. Make a loose plan of where you want to get to by the end of the night, and maybe a few things you want to do along the way, but then leave ample time to do other things. Because you never know what's going to pop up, and you don't want to see something that you want to do, but you don't have time because there's something else that you think you want to do more. So always leave time. I didn't leave time today, so I don't really have any time, so I gotta keep on going. But do as I say, not as I do. It's cold. It's so much for me skipping that storm, huh? Either I drove into it or it's following me. Trespass occasionally. Only when the trespassing rules don't really make sense, don't apply, or in the middle of nowhere, so trespass occasionally. Very seldom trespass, and don't break anything to do it. Don't cut locks, but you could jump a fence. Do you see what I mean why you could trespass occasionally? Because just getting a glimpse of this is just spectacular. This is what it's all about, and this is all on the byway, by the way. This is the best little trespass I've ever done. All right, I'm all teed up after that trespass. Feels good. I got a little bit of driving, so I teed up to get keyed up to get me through all this. And we're gonna read one of the quotes. Let's see what we got here. Peace of mind comes piece by piece. And I believe that a piece of that is live righteously and love everyone. That's peace. I've had my heat on. all day, because when I drive, my batteries recharge, at least I think it does. And so I've been able to have my floor heat on all day, so it's cold out there, it's windy, but I get in here, it's crispy, crispy. All right, let's go. Oh my goodness. Be grateful. Be fucking grateful for where you get to go. It's amazing out here, and be grateful. And like I've said before, gratitude will either bring you to tears or it'll make you laugh, or both. And it's got me doing both. So, tip, most important tip, be grateful. Oh, jeez. I mean, I just finished crying. Another tip is don't worry about time so much. Pull over at the vista points, pull over at the turnouts, walk down to the river, have a look at it, just stop and smell the water, or the roses, but the water and the roses, smell it all, drink it, take it in. It's, you know what it is. Pull over often. Don't worry about the time so much. Okay, we made it to Vail. I haven't made it to the Lululemon store. That's where I'm going to get my sweats, so I gotta hustle over there. I only have, well, I have 35 minutes. Perfect timing. I think I predicted all of this, but I need to start following my own rules because I have so much time driving and trying to make this video. It's taking me like 12 hours. I should be done already. I should have started at like 6 a.m. Don't fall for the temptation of town. Towns tell you you need stuff you don't need. They tell you need the nice stuff you don't need. So if you're on the road for a while, do not fall into the temptation. You have everything you need. Do as I say, not as I do. No luck on pants in the men's store. I think I'm gonna end up buying a women's hoodie here real quick. Hey. No luck.
No luck? What are you looking for?
A hoodie and some, I think this would do. Let's see.
Where are you visiting from? Somewhere warm?
Well, kinda. I just don't, I have a bunch of warm weather or cold weather stuff, but yeah. I need my mask came off. I think this will just be perfect. How are we looking? Mission accomplished. Ain't nothing wrong with a man wearing women's clothing. The day's not even done. I still have some driving to do, and I still have a few rules. I have a few rules to still cover. I think three more. I guess I don't know if they're rules. They're not rules, they're just tips. Lessons learned. They're lessons learned. They're not rules, because, well, if they were, I'd be failing miserably because I follow none of them. Okay, so that was a completely arbitrary and unnecessary goal, but I did accomplish it. So now I've accomplished most of my goals. I should be done with this video, but I slept in and I took my time this morning. So that leads me to the next tip. Yes. This should get us a little bit farther. You hear that? Is that every hour? Something happening? Tea time? Tea time. The next lesson is wake up early. And in conjunction with go to sleep early. Because if you go to sleep early, you'll wake up early, and then you'll be able to do more with your day, and you won't feel like you're rushing around and then end up kind of at the end of the day like, ah, shoot, I wish I could have done this earlier. So go to sleep early, wake up early. Those are huge. A little tea time in the mix of all this. And we'll see what we got here. An attitude of gratitude brings opportunities. So not all of these rules, but a lot of these rules really, well, mainly gratitude. And then when you kind of start thinking about it, if you link like, oh, to live with gratitude, and then, well, what would you do? You would want the most out of every day. So then you would go to sleep early and wake up early so that you get the most amount of sunlight. And sure, sometimes it's nice to like stay up late. I get that. But these things are all kind of linked together. So it's like courageous. Maybe that comes in with a little bit of trespassing. Just mild trespassing. And then you have gratitude, which is just to appreciate everything and not to complain and not to try to go in a hurry and to really soak it all up. And then what you would do if you were grateful for your life is go to sleep early and wake up early so you could have the longest day possible. And, well, obviously, like I've said, I break all of these rules all the time. I'm far from perfect, but I've learned these things and I'm starting to implement them. And if I'm not implementing them, I'm planning on it and I'm kind of beating myself up. But another T quote is, be kind to others, but always be compassionate to yourself. So I've just got to allow myself to just kind of take my time and find the swing of things, and then I'll get it. It's a work in progress. I'm just growing. I'm like a little baby on his first adventure, just learning and growing and sharing it with you. So that's the tea time and the lesson. Go to sleep early and wake up early. Yep. Yeah, we got to keep driving tonight, just like another hour or two. Not too much, but just a little bit longer. Another rule is do not drive at night. You miss everything. There's been many times where I've pulled in and slept somewhere and I woke up surrounded by mountains or right next to a river or a lake and I didn't even know it was there. So you miss everything. So don't drive at night. And if you don't drive at night, it's easier to go to sleep early, which is then easier to wake up early. So don't drive at night. But obviously, of course, like with all the rules, I break them and I'll never learn. But like I said, do as I say, not as I do. These things are true. I hold these truths to be self-evident. Left. Turn left. There she is. In all her glory.
Turn left, then you will arrive at your destination.
And we're back to tip number 1. Walmart parking lots. We have arrived at our home for the night. But I don't prefer to sleep at Walmarts. I end up sleeping at them because I've been getting late starts lately. Because I've been staying up late lately. And I mean, I have my reasons because I have stuff to do at night after I drive and do this all day. But if I were you, I would get to sleep early, wake up early, find my spot early, get camped out early. It's going to be better to find an actual camp spot or a lake or a river instead of just another Walmart. But, of course, gratitude to Walmart for allowing me to stay here. There's one more thing, and I didn't know exactly how to articulate it, but I think it's just don't be scared. And this applies to a variety of things. This applies to going on the byway, going off-road, camping in the woods, and also talking to people. Ask the locals. Ask strangers what you should do in particular areas. They'll help you. The movies have been lying to you all along. People in middle America, people in the middle of nowhere, they're not mean people. Some of the nicest people that I've encountered were covered in grease, working at a gas station, men's men. And men's men would look at me with my long hair and tight pants and such, and I've been told that they would judge me and not like me, but they've all been super sweet. So don't be scared of the people. Ask the locals what to do. Don't be scared of anything. This is your life. Live it. Enjoy it. The roads are paved. Go drive them. And don't worry about doing it wrong. You're always doing it right. Everything's happening exactly as it should. I guess that's it. That's a good summary. Okay, so if you liked the video, please subscribe. I'm going to be making these forever. Please subscribe, like it, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any recommendations for me, places to go, anything like that. Yeah, do all those things. And comment. Please comment. I like talking to people. It's fun. It's fun to have some feedback because all I do is talk to a camera all day, and I don't know, it's nice to talk to the people that are watching it. So thank you, and enjoy your road tripping. Enjoy your road tripping. Bye.